Hey indies, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. A little bit about myself. I am Ashante, independent designer of Christian Omeshun. I like to refer to my subscribers as indies, which is short for independent, because most of my followers are independent designers. So welcome. Thank you guys for visiting. So today I am discussing the Angel Brinks The Real Bling TV show on WeTV, y'all. Now, a few of my followers have inboxed me on Instagram to ask me what is my opinion of the show, so I thought that this would be a great time to discuss some ups and some downs. That's the only way that I can describe it. I do want to just be clear and let you guys know that this is just my opinion. Opinion. Okay? Do not get in your feelings about what I think about somebody else, because one, feelings aren't facts, and two, it's a damn opinion. Doesn't matter. It just kind of is what it is. However, I do got a lot to say about this, y'all, because I wrote down some notes. Look at this paper. I had to write down some notes because there were so many things that were problematic, and in more ways than one, but in the same sense, I think that what we got, we needed to see. That's all I'm gonna say. So without further ado, honey, let's get into the video. If you aren't familiar with the Angel Brinks The Real Bling TV show, it comes on WeTV every Thursday. The first show just aired last Thursday, so I am a little late with my video. However, I plan to tune in every single Thursday, so I'll be able to give you guys a video, an update of what I think about what is being displayed. So Angel opens the show, of course, telling us about who she is. She is known for dressing a lot of celebrities, such as K. Michelle, Nicki Minaj, Rihanna. I mean, you name it. She's dressed quite a few people who are like really into like the whole bodysuit, bodycon, tight fitted clothing. Her clothing is definitely very high in bling, hence the title, The Real Bling. So she opened the show saying that, you know, she started her business with $1 in a dream, and I have to admit that that is very accurate. I think that it would have been a little bit more misleading if she said she started from nothing to something. But if you are very familiar with Angel Brinks, she has been on several shows, including Basketball Wives and things like that. So she's not new around Hollywood, and she's definitely not new in the fashion business when it comes to being, I guess, very popular or familiar. A lot of people do know her. She does dress a lot of people. We got to give her that, okay? So one of the things that I immediately loved about the show was that she showed us the back end of her business. So we got a chance to meet her team, right? So we had Miss Kizzy, who was like the master blinger or blingologist. That's what I call her. She was like a blingologist. You know, she does all of the beading work for a lot of her custom garments. And then we got to meet the assistant. And I think the assistant's name was, I want to say it was Catrice. Let me see. So Angel talked a lot about her loyalty and how she's been around for the long haul. And while I think all of that is amazing, all of that is great, I simply found her to be very problematic. But I know that that was just the first episode, so I don't know if they were trying to come in with a bang or not. But in my head, I was just like, why the hell is her assistant acting like this? Like she ain't got a lick of damn sense. Excuse my language. Did not understand, but we'll get into that a little bit later. And then she also introduced us to her cutter. Now, I did see that she had some seamstresses and a pattern maker and things like that. However, they did not get much TV time. I don't know if, you know, I don't know why Let's say that. I really don't know why, but she introduced us to the people that I guess we're going to see throughout the entire show. So I do think it was important for her to introduce us to the team, because other designers, aspiring designers, need to know that when you are running a fashion business, you are not running these things on your own. I don't care what nobody tells you. I think a lot of people did feel some type of way because, I guess she was like, telling people what needs to be done or whatever. But ideally, that is what you want to do. You do not want to be in there doing the cutting, doing the sewing, all the above, which a lot of us who are independent designers are doing because we don't have that capital or financial backing to get our businesses where we want them to be. But ideally, you need a team. You cannot run it by yourself. So I think it was really good for her to show us the back end of her business. And I'm sure it's much more, but as you see, it was not a lot of people. I counted maybe about 5 or 6. It could be more. I don't see it being no more than a team of 10, but that's just from what I saw on TV. These are not facts, so I am just telling you my opinion. Now, one thing I did notice with her introducing her team and all those things, you can already tell who's going to try to be a star. And that was something I really didn't care for. Now, I do understand that this is reality TV. People live for drama and all of that good stuff. But y'all, we just don't need another TV show that's full of drama. Like, we have enough of those. And so I feel like if this is going to be about her fashion house or whatever, while having problems is a part of business, I'm just not here for the next TV personality. And that's what I kind of picked up from her assistant. I picked that up from the stylist that was on the show. Like, all we're doing is creating a whole bunch of TV personalities. I'm just not here for it. So I immediately rolled my eyes in the beginning of the show because I just didn't understand, like, why the introductions were so, like, and I don't play about Angel, like, girl, we get it, sis. You've been there for the long haul, but it's like everybody was just trying to like state their position. I'm doing so and so, and I've been with Angel for the long haul, and I'm just like, I get it, but ultimately, like, this ain't even about y'all. This is about Angel in the fashion. This is what this is about. So for me, I was just immediately turned off because I can already tell that it's going to be filled with a lot of BS, a lot of adversity. But is it real adversity or is this staged adversity? Well, I don't know. I don't know yet. Still trying to kind of figure that out. However, we're going to see. So a little later in the show, Angel announces that, she wants K. Michelle to do her finale walk or whatever. And I kind of feel how the stylist felt. K. Michelle is known to be very problematic. She's always getting into some type of altercation or confrontation with somebody, and she's very easily offended. So, Angel decides to take her to take Kizzy with her to K. Michelle's house. Now, I think for the most part, Kizzy was doing exactly what she was there to do. I can't really say if she was too opinionated to me because I don't think that she was. I think that she was just trying to make sense of the situation. But it was very hard to watch because first of all, it just seemed to me like Angel Brinks was just like not speaking up. And it's like, girl, you're making all of these faces, but open your mouth. Like, I'm not understanding, on the little camera where they, do the recording of their thoughts of the scene or whatever, like the green room. It was like, oh, well, K. Michelle just needs to understand that, this isn't about her X, Y, and Z. But at the same time, honey, you can't even tell her, like, sis, I've already designed these dresses. I don't have, like, what I got is what I got. I can't make you what you want because what I got is what I got. And it's just like a prime example of people who just don't open up their mouths to let people know, like, this is not your moment. And I felt like when she was at K. Michelle's house, they were treating it like it was K. Michelle's show or something. And that's just my opinion. But I'm just like, sis, You're saying that you don't want X, Y, and Z, yet everything that you're asking for is with X, Y, and Z that you said you didn't want. So I can see where she kind of took offense to Kizzy, but at the same time, I don't think Kizzy said nothing wrong. I think she said exactly what I would have said if I was in the same room. Like, okay, but if I do X, Y, and Z, it's still going to show X, Y, and Z. So why are we even doing this? And of course, here goes K Michelle with her problematic ass. Can you get out? I need to have a conversation with my friend. She just so easily offended. It's like you put your life out for people to give you, for people to judge, because unfortunately that's the world we live in. People are going to judge you regardless of if you want to be judged or not, but then you want to turn around and be like, well, I don't want opinions about X, Y, Z. Girl, nobody has time for that. So I was really annoyed with that scene because I'm just like, what is going on with you? Okay, now I do want to add a disclaimer, y'all. I am talking in a whole lot of southern slang, okay? Southern slang. So don't try to come for me or correct me. I'm aware of what I'm saying. Y'all here for this video, just watch it and keep it moving, okay? Because it's gonna be somebody in the comments with the Twitter fingers, but not today, okay? I just feel like this. When I have my employee with me, whether or not this person is a friend of mine, even if it's just somebody that, like, let's say I'm doing an event, I contracted out work for the day or whatever, it is up to me to control the narrative. It is up to me to control how the situation goes. And I just think that Angel did a horrible job of doing that. She did not speak up. Maybe she did. I don't know. You know how reality TV is. They tend to edit out a lot. But she seemed very passive to me. Just kind of letting K Michelle, like, I don't know, bully her into design or something. And I'm just not here for that. It's like, it's your work. This is your business. If you are, quote unquote, the greatest fashion designer in the world and all those kind of things, I just expect you to conduct yourself as such. I don't do well with passive bosses. Yeah, there's a time and a place for everything. I understand she wanted K Michelle to walk for her, and that could have went south very fast. But at the end of the day, like, if she's your friend, like you say she is, then you need to address her and you need to correct her, period. It just is what it is. Like, you don't talk to my associates that way. I would have backed my associate up because what Kizzy was saying was the truth. It's not like Kizzy was being confrontational with her. She was just saying, like, you're saying you want this and you don't want that, but what you want is going to display what you don't want it to show in the highest form. And so I think that Angel Brinks really needs to learn how to speak up. I think she needs to be supportive to her team and take up for her team. So, it just kind of is what it is. So this next clip that I'm about to play annoyed me on so many levels. This is when they got to the fashion show and the stylist, the model, and the assistant got into it. Y'all listen to this trash.
Yo, Catrice.
Are the shoes here?
See, the thing is, I made sure everybody was taken care of, and I'm like last to go. So it looked like I'm like not working right now, but I made sure everything was taken care of. So I'll be done any minute.
We don't know where the shoes is at?
They went to go pick them up. They're at our office.
No, I need the shoes here. This is so unprofessional. With the Angel Brinks team, sometimes you just get people that think that they're like talent also, when really you're the help, unfortunately. How about you get out of Bling and help us out?
Okay, calm yourself.
No,
because I'm the one that's been here doing everything. It's not unprofessional.
What are you talking about? What do you perceive as unprofessional? How could you even have the balls to walk in here and just talk to women like that? Like, you would have swore this was Stack's fashion show and we were working for him.
It's very professional because I'm the one that's making sure everything's put together. Making sure that everything is put together. You hold yourself.
Did y'all hear this?
Hold yourself. Because I'm the one that's been doing everything. You don't have to do it with me. You don't have to do it with me. You don't have to do it with me.
So, is this how your team really act? On the biggest day of your life, this how your team act? Y'all, I cannot. I was cringing watching this. I understand that this is reality TV, but is this seriously how we conduct ourselves? And that's why I was saying in the beginning of this video, you can already tell who's here to be a TV personality and who's here to really show that this is how the back end of a fashion, house or whatever it is supposed to run. I was so irritated watching this scene because you guys are literally sitting up here arguing in front of everybody. I mean, everybody. And then it was so bad, they played like scenes where people were out, I guess, like waiting in for the fashion show to start. And you could literally hear the stylist, the assistant, and the model arguing very loudly. And it's like, I really didn't like how Stacks was like, you're the help, you're supposed to be here to assist. All of y'all are the help, you included, period. And so it's like I get where he was coming from, because at the end of the day, I don't know if you guys are familiar with how fashion shows work or not, but they are very, very, very hectic. And so it's so much going on. It's so many moving parts. And you're doing all of this for 5 or 10 minutes of a runway set. So imagine, preparing months and months and months up to your fashion show, and then boom. You do all of this. It's so much adrenaline. It's so many different personalities. You're dealing with so many different attitudes. So I can understand that, tensions probably were high, but that right there was, it was unacceptable. If you guys cannot pull each other aside to have a conversation about y'all differences, then y'all don't need to be communicating, because it is bad energy. First of all, when you conduct yourselves like that in front of people that you've hired to do a job, what does that say about what you're allowing, especially behind the scenes of your show? So I was very unhappy with this scene, because I just felt like, what the hell? Like, everybody need to be fired. And then it's like Stacks is trying to belittle the assistant, talking about, you're the help. Sweetie, you're the help too. Your job is to assist with the styling, but you're here to help. Like, everything that everyone is doing is to help Angel, show her clothes in the highest form. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like to try to point out that your one job title is better than another job title. Sis, we all here to do the same thing, to help shine light on this clothing collection. And so it's just like, and this is like the assistant that you hired. That's the problem that I got. Like I don't care about loyalty or nothing. I need somebody that can conduct themselves in a timely manner. And I kind of feel like she's part assistant, part TV personality. That's what I'm getting from her. I haven't really felt like the truest commitment yet, but I could be highly wrong. Again, that's why I said this is just my opinion. So it's one of those things where it's like, at the end of the day, whether someone has been loyal to you or not, it's all about how you conduct yourselves, how you conduct yourself. So if you cannot tame your attitude and your personality and how you feel about all these things to get the job done that's needed to be done that day, you don't need to be my assistant. Angel got how many kids? 2 kids, 3 kids? I don't know. She got enough children. And so I just see a whole mess and a half. That's all I can say. I just see a whole mess and a half. And I'm really hoping like the show is not filled with arguments and battles between the assistant and whoever else Angel comes or brings into the show. Like, I'm not here for it. It's annoying. We have enough TV personalities. It's like, show me how you do how you assist. Show me how you're the best assistant that there is. I want to see as a viewer why she hired you. And right now, I ain't seeing it, sis. I'm just not. She ain't seeing it. I ain't here for it. I'm gonna need her to find another assistant. That's just my personal opinion. But I'm gonna keep watching, because I want them to show me why she deserves to be in the position she in. Because right now, she done got on my last nerve. No, ma'am. And don't even get me started on the model. Y'all, the model was arguing with the assistant, and like, this is how you know when people have hired family members. This is how you know when people have hired their friends, because clearly I done missed, like, y'all stop hiring your family members and your friends to help you run your business. You got to stop doing that, because it's situations like this. Like, the model was getting all, riled up with the assistant against the stylist. And I'm just sitting here like, honey, you're a model. What? You're getting paid to do a job. You shouldn't be in combat. I mean, you shouldn't be combative with not a single soul in here. You just shouldn't. You just shouldn't. So that is definitely how it is not supposed to go at fashion shows. I don't know what to expect with this show. I really don't. I really am hoping to get the best or the most out of this, but in the same sense, I just don't know, because I feel like it's already filled with a whole bunch of BS. It's already filled with a whole bunch of fluff. Now I do want to say, like, the flooding that happened at Angel Brinks showroom or whatever, that is a reality that can happen to anybody. It happens to the best of us, but that's why you need to get you some business insurance. It's just really that simple, and I'm sure she had some. I do hate that a lot of her showroom pieces were in there, but these type of things do happen, and so you do have to prepare for the what ifs. You do have to have backup. You do have to make sure that you are taking care of business and protecting your merchandise, your staff, all of those things. Like, these are things that can happen when you run a business. So I did appreciate her showing us that part, but what I did not appreciate was that when she was having the conversation with the staff and she was like doing her meltdown, she's gonna tell them, like, I feel like you guys don't care. Girl, this is a job, and it's like, as an employer, you want your employees to care and all of that kind of stuff. But I felt like the conversation she was having with them, these are conversations you need to have with your man. These are conversations you need to have with your mama, your cousin. I just feel like there is so much business and personal mixed in with the real Bling, with her design house. And I feel like this is why you got super opinionated assistants. You got super opinionated employees, because you've allowed them to have so much say-so in a lot of the things that you're doing. And now when you need them to act accordingly, they're not going to do that, because they've been allowed to have opinions and to be overly, and when I say have opinions, I do want to be clear. When you're in a design business, it is natural for a designer to ask you what are your thoughts or whatever, but ultimately it is still up to that designer to either keep something or take something away. And you do that with the opinions of your pattern maker or whatever, because they're going to tell you if something is doable or if it's not doable, what problems you may encounter doing this type of design or not. But what I saw was not that. I didn't really see her. I saw her leaning highly on her staff to make the designs, which makes me question her as a designer. I said it, y'all. I did. And I just kind of mean what I say. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not saying I'm not Team Angel or whatever, but I am saying, like, a lot of what I saw was of someone that was highly dependent on the team to design for her. And I just kind of feel like, I mean, even the little sketch that they showed, I was like, sis, and I mean, don't get me wrong, you don't have to know how to sketch to be a designer. You really don't. You know, but I just think, like, let's just keep it 100. You have the funds to bring to life whatever it is that you want to bring to life, and you've hired a team to help you to do that. But it's just like all this, you know, I'm the hottest designer, this or whatever. I know better designers. However, they don't have the clout that Angel Brinks has. They don't have the backing that Angel Brinks has. And, you know, that's just my opinion. But overall, I do think it's a pretty good show to watch. I think it's entertaining, but that's the thing. You know, if I'm watching a show that's about a design house, I ain't looking for entertaining, sis. I'm looking for things that's gonna help me grow as a brand, help me grow as a designer. And I just don't know how I feel about that. I had a lot of takeaways from it, but a lot of them were what not to do, more so than like, ooh, I should implement this into my business. So I'm hoping that I am able to learn something in the future episodes down the line. But right now, I am not impressed. I am going to try to do reaction videos to it every week because I think we do need to discuss it. So although I'm not thoroughly impressed with the show right now, I am looking forward to the whole season. I am hoping that they are going to shed a little bit of light on independent designing, because as you saw, like, Angel was not working with a big manufacturing team or any of those things. She had her own in-house team, which I thought is pretty dope. And ideally, as I continue to expand my business, ultimately I want an in-house team. You know, I definitely would love to have my team in the building with me, not really going through the manufacturing process or only manufacturing my ready to wear. So, you know, that's just my personal opinion. I think that having an in-house team is very great when you're doing custom, because you're able to give your customers those custom options, things that they are looking for, because we all know that not one body, or, you know, no one body is the same. So I think that that was pretty dope, and I think that we can definitely take away from it. But I just don't know if I will be hiring my cousins and, you know, uncles and all those folks to be a part of my in-house team. And that was something I kind of was unsure about, because again, I did think that the staff was very opinionated, but they're opinionated because that's how they're allowed to be, you know. And so if you're leaning on your staff to solely design a lot of your merchandise, of course, when they get in front of the celebrities and people that you're doing your consultations with, they're gonna have a lot to say, because they got a lot to say back in-house as well, you know. So I think that Angel definitely needs to beef up her leadership abilities, because I just don't see them. I don't see a leader with this TV show. I see somebody that's just kind of somebody that has the money to make something happen. And so maybe I'm asking for too much. I don't know, but we're going to stay tuned and see what this next episode is about. It comes on Thursday. I'm going to try to get this video up today. We'll see. But right now, I'm going to keep an open mind about it. I think if you are aspiring to design, I think it is a good show for you to watch. I think it is, especially if you are not familiar with what it is to have a design house, what the back end of a design house is supposed to look like. I'm hoping that we get to see more of that. I want to see more with the pattern makers, more with the seamstresses. That's what I want to see. But I highly doubt that happens, because unfortunately we are in the world of TV personality and reality TV, and so it's all about the ratings. So y'all don't be surprised if we see a whole lot of jazz or whatever. However, if you guys are feeling this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend about this channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And as always, stay happy, stay hungry, and stay blessed. Until next time. Peace.